What's happening, YouTube? What's going down, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody is doing good. Hopefully the weekend has been good to y'all. Just wanted to come in here and make this video real quick. It's probably going to be one of my longest videos. I know that a lot of my videos are more like 20 minutes or so. This one might be close to 30, depending on how long the conversation goes, because I'm just going to rant and just say how I feel, man. Anybody who's watching this, I hope this message gets to you guys and you can make a determining factor on, if this is how you feel or if you agree or disagree. And I'm open to any comments that anybody has, so we're just gonna get to it, man. So this video is just gonna be a whole nutshell of everything that I've been talking about in all my videos, and just kind of wrapping everything up. You know what I'm saying? Just one big video, man. So it's gonna be a big overview just on my take. What is it that I'm doing? And moving forward, and just kind of looking at it as more of me just sitting down with a group of apes and retail investors, and I'm just having a conversation. So that's the way I'm gonna look at it at this video. I'm just kind of just having a conversation. Nothing that I say should be taken, as gospel. I hope that you guys don't see it that way. I'm just looking at it just as far as speaking my mind, man, and just saying how I feel, bro. Look, everything that I'm about to say is how I feel. We know what the deal is. We know why we got into this play. We know what the outcome is going to be like. We know how bad these institutions and everybody that's involved, bro, has been trying to stop us from getting what we need to get to, bro. And we want our MOAS, and we want to mess up these hedge funds. And we gonna get there. Will we have to wait a little bit longer for this stuff to play out? To be honest, we don't know. We don't know. This stuff can happen come Monday. Some big, I don't even like to say catalyst, but some type of event around the world may happen to where it may trigger something. I don't know whether it's, we've been seeing the whole debacle with the FTX and all this other stuff, man. If y'all been watching other YouTubers, bro, you know all this information. So I'm not even about to go into the spill of everything, bro, because there's too much stuff that's going on. It's too much information that's out there. Too many catalysts that people predict, too many theories. And to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like it's a waste of time. Because we all know what the end result is for us to get our MOAS and for these hedge funds to pay for what they've done. Anybody that's tangled with the situation with AMC and Ape, all the other meme stocks, anybody that's involved that's doing sus stuff is going to end up having their due time, bro. So whether or not, you know what I'm saying, Adam Aaron is on our side, to the Gary Genslers, to the fucking Ken Griffins, to all of this shit, bro, from the GameStop situations to the Black Rocks to the fucking Vanguards, to all of this, bro, to the FTX, all of it, bro, everything combined. Everything that YouTubers have been talking about for the last 2 years, everything that we've been discovering, everything that we've been uncovering, everything that, suspect and fraudulent ass shit between the governments and everything, bro. It's just kind of like, we know all of this. We've been aware of it. We've been uncovering things. And what really has changed? Nothing. They still continue to do what they're doing. You know, from the swaps and hiding shit and tokenized fucking shares or whatever the fuck, bro. It's like, look, it don't matter how much DD you fucking pull up on the side. No, we do need it. I feel like that's relevant to the cause. We need to be addressing stuff, and we need to be more vocal. And it's good that we have YouTubers who are really part of the movement, who we can consider apes. And a lot of people, there's so many YouTubers out there, bro. So it's whoever that means to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever you guys are watching and you feel is genuine, that's up to you guys to decide. But you know, there's been so much stuff out there, bro, and it's just kind of like, what have we been hearing for the last 2 years? What has changed? Phase 6, all this other shit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that none of these things may end up being true, right? And I'm not going to say that none of this stuff won't be a catalyst in a few months from now, right? But all the stuff, including watching the line, including listening to YouTubers and seeing them make videos of other people and propaganda and news stuff and everybody bashing AMC and all these hit pieces and all this stuff. It's like, what is that really doing for us? I tell you what it's doing for us is making us more fucking upset. It's making us more want to lash out. It's more putting it to that point to where people are really getting fucking fed up, and we're lashing out at any and everybody. And rightfully so. And it's funny because now these YouTubers are feeling the heat. As we all knew what was going to happen, because it's gotten to a point to where we're tired of watching you guys come up with excuses and reasonings for why this ain't going, why this is being halted, why this and that, why the stock won't move, why it's down today. We're tired of watching the fucking line, and we're tired of watching you. You know, that's you know, it's become so negative. We got so many bots. We got a whole bunch. There's a bunch of factors, bro. There's a bunch of factors into this, and everybody's being negative. And I get that I am aware that it's part of what the hedge funds want. They want us to go against each other in hopes that, you know, we go against each other and tear the movement out from the inside. That's always been a tactic, bro. It's been a fucking military CIA tactic. Fucking CSI. But CIA tactic that has been implemented in a lot of tactical maneuvers that they do, bro, is to when you're trying to go in and stop a movement, the best way to infiltrate something is to plant something from the inside and have the whole situation tear itself from the inside. That's how you destroy a movement. You know, you throw hit pieces out, you do what you need to do. You go after certain individuals within the movement, pay certain people off, right? All these things. And you set domino effects within the community to where eventually the evil people, the evil organization, right? And you already know who's part of all of that. So I'm not even about to go start doing all of that stuff, but we've been in it for too long for people to not be aware of all these situations. So for me to even break down all of those things, it would make the video even longer. So I don't want to make the video longer, regurgitating information that a lot of apes have already heard. So we know all of that stuff, but their objective is to plant these things, sit back and watch the building collapse, watch the empire collapse, watch the movement collapse, however you want to word it, without it making it look like they had any involvement in it, because they want to destroy them. They want us to destroy ourselves. But I think that they're mistaking us voicing our opinion and our frustration as a way to where they think that we're going to fall for the same stuff and ultimately destroy ourselves. And I don't think that's going to happen this time around. In history, that has shown us that that tactic has worked if they press long enough and if they hold out long enough. And that's another thing that they're trying to do. They're kicking the can, which we all know, but there's a strategic reason of kicking the can other than them trying to come up with ways to continue to kick the can to save their own ass. But they're also trying to drag us out so that they can have us give up. It's like either it's going to get to the point to where we fight each other, right? And then some give up, and then, you know, causing other people to leave ultimately because of the fact that, you know, they're getting tired of being bashed on and being talked about and exposed. But that's another thing. These, including YouTubers, that's who I'm talking about. They're going to end up leaving anyway because a lot of them are faulty. And they're going to also use that as an excuse, which we've already seen, as a reason to step away or back up, quote unquote, from AMC and not talk about it or not be in the play because they feel like, oh, it's too toxic. But that's all a game. It's all part of a whole collective of reasonings to try to dismantle us and break us down. See, that's the whole game plan, is to try to psychologically break us down. It's to get into our mind enough and get us at a low point. Because you got to think about it. The 4 to 5 million, 10 million apes or whatever that's out there that's holding shares. A good percentage of us are 9-to-5 workers, bro, that have regular jobs, good jobs. You know, the majority of us are probably, you know, have a spouse and kids and different things and responsibilities, and the majority of people are in debt already, and most of us have put our own money into this. And so for those type of individuals, that it hits us harder because we don't have institutional money. We don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to where we can just, you know, continue to jump in and out of plays, to continue to do other things or whatever. Like, we don't have that type of money. So people that have that type of money can go, and it's easier. I'm not making excuses, but all I'm saying is we're putting everything out there. This is just how I feel. They have the money to continue to do these things and to ride certain things out and to laugh and have fun and go on about their life. Whereas other people who don't have that type of money, we're still continuing to hold, we're still continuing to diamond hand, but outside of the stock market, in our financial and personal lives, it's a little bit harder because we have to budget things out, and we can't strategically go out and buy as many shares that we would like to, or to continue to do things. But I say that to say this too, is like, you know, we don't need to be worried about that. I feel that everybody that's holding and that's continued to hold and who's been in this play for 2 years, it's very hard. And that's why I feel like, for me personally, that's why I make the videos, because of the fact that I'm part of that percentage of people who don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, who don't have companies, who are not backed or sponsored by, or have certain plugs or connections to where they can keep certain stuff going, like these YouTubers, right? Who can continue doing what we're doing. So I feel like, for me, that's why personally I can't relate to none of these YouTubers. You know, they may buy shares and they may be part of the movement, but I don't care how much you buy. I'm not going to look at you as part of a movement. I don't look at you as an ape. I look at you as more of a retail person, because and I'm not bashing people for having good jobs. I'm not bashing people for having good careers, but what I have an issue with is that the people who have these companies, who have things tied to them, we don't know who else they have connected with them. We don't know what your agenda is. We don't know who you talk to and who's in your circle and who can help you with your channel and your platform and for you to move on. We don't know if you've been planted since the very beginning. We don't know any of this stuff. We don't know the information that you even pull up is being given to you, or the way that you speak and announce certain things is not written to you or pitched to you in a certain way, or your topics on which you pick has not been given to you. We don't know all these things, and that's one of the things that I just can't relate to, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for you type of guys to continue to do what you do and be in the play, and you sit up there and you say that you relate to us, and you're one of us, but you're really not, because you're in a different realm. I see you as just a person that's in the play. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of these YouTubers, look at what you do, look at what you represent, look at what you ask for from people like me. Like, hey, buy my merch. Hey, hit a like and subscribe. Hey, give me super chats. I'm gonna monetize my channel. Hey, I'm making another channel. Hey, I'm doing another website, or I'm doing this. Hey, there's a new trading platform that you can get onto, Moomoo, and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So you can't be part of the movement, bro, if you're advertising and trying to make money off the movement. I don't consider you an ape. I don't. And I don't trust any of that shit, bro. Not to say that I'm having certain beefs with certain YouTubers, but what I'm saying is that everybody human at the end of the day, bro. So I'm not going to take everybody's word as gospel. I don't expect anybody who watches my video to take me as gospel. That's not what I'm saying. I just feel like we all have what's presented in front of us. All we can take are the facts that people give us, and we make determinations for our own self. I've been saying this in all my videos, that we don't need YouTubers for clarification. We don't need YouTubers for hopium. We don't need YouTubers for any of that, you know. And we need to get to that point to where we need to understand what brought us here, and it was the movement. It was a group of individuals, and we just need to stick to that game plan. I think that we need to, it's understandable that we're going to be upset, and we shouldn't be silenced. If we have an issue with something, we should call it out. YouTubers are BSing, we need to call them out on their BS. Why should I have to be silenced because of the fact that what you're doing, what I see that you're doing, is some sus behavior, and all I see is YouTubers trying to justify it, you know? Like, well, I'm giving people DD, or I haven't took super chats for a long time, or I haven't done this and that. Okay, but you're doing it now. It's the same thing, bro. You ain't no better than any of these other people. Even though people want to call people pieces of shit and all that stuff, and everybody want to bash and point fingers, it's like in their own way, they're doing the exact same thing, bro. Like, why do you need to sell merch? Why do you need to make brands and come up with certain things to try to get other retail investors to buy your stuff? If you're really an ape, why don't you tell, instead of having people buy your super chats, instead of having people continue to subscribe and give you likes at the end of it, for your algorithm to be sent out to more people, for you to collect YouTube money at the end of the day and use that money to buy more stock, or to spend your money however you want to, or to use that money to go and try to pump up IPOs and all these little Chinese things and whatever in hopes of swaying retail. No. Meme stocks are going to go and run in their own way. And if you're in some of them, then yeah, if it's time and all the stars align for all these things to go, then you will get paid in multiple stuff. But this particular movement is AMC and 8. I'm not telling anybody that you can't be in any other place. But what I'm saying is, when you come on and you make yourself known as an 8, you get what I'm saying? And you're a YouTuber, and you're a top YouTuber that a lot of people know and are aware of, and they watch you and they tune into your lives and they do all this other stuff, bro. It's kind of like you're taking on that responsibility. And I think a lot of people like to try to play foul and play victim and try to act like there's no responsibility in what you do every day. You coming on every day and you're getting a bunch of people to watch you. You have a responsibility whether you like it or not. It is up to the individual in the audience on whether they take your stuff as gospel or whether they jump into a play. And I know, and I'm aware also that you protect yourself by saying it's not financial advice and all this stuff and don't make trades. However, you continue to tell people whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not excluded from that either, which is why I just tell people what it is that I'm doing. You know, I tell people what I'm doing. I tell people what my game plan is. I tell people where my brain, where my frame of mind are thinking. And I just look at it as me having a conversation just with people, and we're just talking about it and shooting the shit. So my videos are just shooting the shit, having rants, whatever. But you're not seeing me create brands or create logos and create different things like that and get you to sell it. You know why? Because I rather you take that money and take care of your family, take care of your bills, buy you some AMC or whatever if you don't have enough, or if you feel like your share count is not where you want it to be for whatever numbers you're trying to hit. I'm not going to tell you to sit up here and buy this mug. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you to buy this t-shirt or buy this hat or buy a fanny pack or, you know, pay a couple dollars for a Discord or to jump into an IPO play or to try to, you know, to try to chase certain things. I'm not going to tell you to spend your extra money outside of what you're already holding in the stock market. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you to go and put your money somewhere else. I'm going to tell you to hustle. I'm going to tell you to make sure that you try to make you some residual income so that you're not tempted while we all have to wait to sell off your shares to make money to pay your bills. I'm not going to tell you to do that. But am I going to tell you to chase certain things? No. Am I going to tell you to jump into different things? No. What I'm going to say is you need to make your own decisions to do what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? But take care of your responsibilities first at home. You know, don't go broke. Don't be trying to chase certain things, whatever, because somebody's telling you to jump into something else or whatever. You do what you got to do. You move at your own pace. You buy when you can. That's always been the motto, you know? And for me personally, like, once I reach a certain share count for me, I'm not going to feel pressured that I need to continue to just keep continuously buying AMC, continuously trying to get into other plays, because once I reach my certain limit on what I'm comfortable with, I'm going to stop. Eventually it's going to get to that point to where I'm going to stop. I'm not done adding AMC, so I still have a lot more to where I would like to get to. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking at it from a different perspective. And yes, $5, $6 is juicy. But it doesn't entice me or motivate me to want to keep dumping hundreds of dollars in it or thousands of dollars in it at a time when we're only moving in 20-cent increments every day. Or for me to want to buy into Hycroft when they're only moving 2 cents every day. Or for me to want to like get into 8 when they're continuing to come down, where I have a probability to where they may even come lower. Which, by the way, I kind of hope that all of them do, because then I get to get more on discount. But I'm going to make decisions based on what I feel I need to do. And when I'm comfortable with my share count, I'm not going to feel pressured by any YouTubers or anybody to continue to be like, buy more, do this and that. Or having YouTubers kind of gloat. Oh, it's nothing to me. I can just go and buy more. And I can do this and that. Look how many shares I have. Look how much I can buy. You get what I'm saying? Look at what I'm getting into. Or look at this IPO that I just made of $20,000, $30,000 on, that I've been in prior to me telling you to get into, and I made money on it. And then turn around and go, well, nobody told you to hold the play. You should have gotten out. See? That's why we don't believe you guys. And that's why you shouldn't trust everybody, bro. I understand that people are in a tough spot to where they feel like we just need our group. We need our comrades around us, and we need that motivation. But I feel like YouTubers are fucking juicing us, bro. They're they don't care, bro. They're out for self, man. And I can't prove that they didn't sell at 72, but I'm damn near sure they fucking did. I'm pretty sure that they did, bro. I feel like a lot of them come off as shillish. I'm tired of them telling us what we should or what we should not do. I'm tired of them telling us that we can't voice our opinions and we can't fight and we can't do this and that. I'm tired of them telling us that the next catalyst is right around the corner. I'm tired of them, and it'll never come. You guys have been wrong for 2 years. I'm not placing blame on y'all, but y'all need to stop, because all of it is becoming just clickbait. I need your views. I need your views. I need the views. 5, 6 videos a day, 20 videos a week. You know what I'm saying? A couple live streams in between. Like, I'm sick of that, bro. Like, you guys are just as bad as the hedge funds, institutions, Gary Gensler, Ken Griffin, the whole government. Y'all are just as bad as all of them, because you do the exact same shit that you talk about them for doing. Only difference is that they steal on a grand scale of millions or to billions to trillions. And you guys make a couple of $1 million, but you still do the same shit. You ain't no better than none of them. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is 100% how I feel, bro. I feel like all you guys, the majority of you guys, are bullshit. And I feel like y'all need to go. But nothing that I say is going to change, because in the perspective of a lot of YouTube, a lot of audience, because they can still continue to watch you and say, yeah, this person's the man, and they continue to follow you, and everybody keeps saying, oh yeah, buy my stuff, do this or that. Like, look at all these YouTubers, bro, who have, all of them are feeling, I feel like all of y'all guys are just mainstream now. It's all about views, bro. It's all about views. Now, yes, you guys are going to make money, but I feel like all of you guys ain't really apes. Y'all swing traders. All of y'all are retail, bro. That's just how I feel. All you guys are retail. You sit around and you talk about stuff and you pump stuff up. Y'all mess around. Do all the IPO things. Do all this other stuff, bro. Sell the merch. Do all of that. Get the super chats. Right? And we sitting up here struggling, living the same life, trying to get by, adding what we can. and y'all in new suits, new cars, new locations, buying up real estate. Oh, y'all think that we don't hear that we don't catch on the shit that y'all be slipping up and saying? All of you guys start popping up now, and now you're trying to bash all the other ones. Anybody who thinks it's going to ruin your credibility, or anybody that's a rival against you, you get your whole crew of subscribers to go against that other person, and all y'all bashing, and then y'all make content off of that. Meanwhile, both of y'all motherfuckers can be buddy behind the scenes, and all you guys are just doing propaganda. Y'all motherfuckers are like 50 Cent to the rap game, to the social media. Y'all good press, publicity. That's all y'all do. All of y'all are friends, bro. I feel like all of y'all be bullshitting, bro. And then y'all sit up here and y'all come up with content, and y'all getting CEOs to come on your shows and all that stuff. Like, how you get that type of pull? Who are you connected to? And how we know that you ain't making backdoor deals, bro? But you for the people. But then y'all turn around and everybody be like, oh, this and that. And y'all want to talk about Adam Aaron. Right? We don't know. We don't know if he's genuine. We don't know if any of this information that we've been feeding each other, that YouTubers have been putting out, we don't know how much of it is true, because there's so much. There's so much information. There's so much corruption. There's so much fucking... Every day there's something. Every week there's something. There's always some new bullshit coming out. There's always somebody getting in trouble. There's always something, somebody that's involved with something else, that's tied to something else, that's under something else, that's paid by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like every week. So what do you think that's gonna do psychologically? That's gonna drive you fucking insane, because there's so much to fucking cover. There's so much information to gather. There's so much pieces to a puzzle to try to connect to figure out all this shit. But nobody's really stopping to ask themselves, is the majority of this shit really true? If we talk about the government and the institutions and all the shit that they cover, and we say that they're so bad and they're hiding money and putting stuff in off accounts and hiding stuff in crypto and doing all this other shit, if everybody's like agreeing that these people do this stuff and they have the access and the means to do it and the people to do it, how do you know that the information that's actually being put out is not fake and generated numbers, or the people that they're prosecuting or going against or saying that they're guilty of something? How do you know that this is all not propaganda or part of one big scheme to get you to look left or right, and for you to pay attention to one particular thing? You're paying attention to one corner while they're over here robbing next door. You get what I'm saying? Like, they got you paying attention to one position while they're over here robbing somewhere else. And then by the time you catch that, then they make a big propaganda thing about that. And then while you're paying attention to that and they feeding you this, they're over here stealing somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? It's to kind of keep you, they're trying to keep you on your toes, wear you down mentally, and get you to that point to where you're just lashing out at everybody. You don't care, and you end up ruining the movement, or you end up selling out, or you end up trying to, bash or do whatever, bro. It's all psychological. It's all made up, and I can't trust any of y'all. Now, people may be like, well, if you feel that way, then won't you stop watching people? To be honest with y'all, I don't have Twitter. Don't have Twitter. Never had it. Never created a profile. Because I'm not with all of that shit. I damn near don't even really like YouTube. I hardly ever really look at that shit. And I don't make videos, and I don't really come out like that anyway. I come out and speak my shit, and I'm gone. You won't hear from me until I pop up again. Or you catch me in somebody's comments. And then people go back and forth. But that's it. There's no reason for me to do any of that stuff. There's no reason for me to sell anything, because of the fact that there's no pride in that. The best thing that I can do is just come on, speak my piece, and just let people know that are like me, that I feel y'all, and we going through this whole shit, and we gonna continue to go and do what we need to do. And our time is gonna come. It's gonna come. Am I going to sit here and say, oh, it's going to come this week, it's going to come next week, oh, this catalyst is going to come and it's going to, kick into this other catalyst and then they're going to get liquidated and then we get paid? No, I'm not about to sit up here and explain that. I let all these fake ass YouTubers explain that. But I know good and goddamn well that I'm not going to sit here and get my hopes up on people. Because at the end of the day, they're all human just like us. People make mistakes. People lie. People cheat. People are frauds, bro. And I don't know none of y'all personally. So I think we all need, as a collective, and I'm not telling y'all what to do. I just ask that you guys have an open mind. Unless you personally know these YouTubers, like, yeah, I hang out with that person, yeah, I have conversations with that person, yeah, like, I can call this person up, and it's, that type of shit. Even still, life has taught many lessons, bro. And even a certain people that you thought were hella cool with you can end up being the one snaking you, even family. That may not happen to a lot of people, but a lot of people can probably say that that's true to a certain extent. And if that is true, what makes you think that these YouTubers can't do that too? What makes you think that they can't sell you snake oil? Why? Because they tell you that they don't? That they're 100% with you? Why? Because they give you DD, but at the same time, make money off of you? How is that an ape? How is that caring for the movement when that money's going towards their families, feeding their kids' bellies, while we're the ones watching and we're struggling to feed ours? Are they making secret donations to where they're funding people who, what about all that, see, and okay, in that point, I would be okay if people took revenue or took YouTube money and they turned around and they gave it back to the community because there's a lot of us who are struggling. There's a lot of people who put their all money into it. There's a lot of people who probably didn't put a lot of money into it, but everybody is in their own financial situation. And I'm pretty sure a lot of apes are financially hurting. So instead of you guys sitting up here making hella money or buying $100,000 worth of ape and AMC, and that's no disrespect to Boss Blunts, but what I'm saying is, like, or Trades or fucking Matt Kors, you make all this fucking money. Won't you give back to the community? If you really care about the apes, won't you give back to the community and be like, hey man, I'm about to make a thread, or go on fucking Twitter and be like, hey, who really needs some dough? Who needs some groceries? Like, who missed their car payment this month? Who needs an oil change? Who needs gas money for the week to get to their job, to provide for their family? You get what I'm saying? Thanksgiving came around. Y'all motherfuckers could have came together and gave a turkey out. There's a lot of people who didn't really have a good Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. Won't you do something local in your community? Do a Christmas Santa Claus thing or whatever for all the apes that are in your town. You know what I'm saying? To come through and meet you and have Santa and actually meet your subscribers and want to and gain that real relationship, not just pop up on a damn screen all the time and just give fake love. You giving daps, digital dap. We don't know what the fuck you do when that camera's off, bro. To me, all y'all niggas just look like anchormen and shit. Fucking news reporters. A lot of y'all niggas are turning in to meet Kevin. And y'all see how he turned out. And you see who's with him too. And you see who got their ticket to attend meet Kevin. You see what I'm saying? All y'all are together. And you can't convince me that you're not. You got all these other apes fooled, but you don't got me fooled. You ain't got me fooled, bro. And I said that I was going to stay off y'all asses, but fuck y'all. Fuck every motherfucking one of you. Fuck everybody who was part of the fucking movement at the beginning. Fuck all y'all. Don't talk about us no more, bro. If you part of the movement, you still part of the movement, bro. But all y'all wishy-washy people, bro, trying to make money off of us, I'm sick of y'all. So y'all niggas need to go. I don't care, bro. You're not an ape in my eyes. I feel like you're a retail investor, bro. You're a goddamn, you're an institution. It's the way I feel it. I feel like y'all institutions, bro. Y'all sitting up here doing all this other shit, bro. You ain't no better. You know? We are tired. We are fed up. We are tired of all this bullshit from everywhere. And it's going to get to a point to where we're going to get up and we're going to say enough is enough, and we're going to start beating some goddamn ass. It's going to be blood in the streets. How long can you continue to do this before we finally just get mad and upset and say enough is enough? Like I said in one of my other videos, man, at the end of the day, it's a war. Everybody who we started with is not going to always be there at the end of it. A lot of people are going to die in between. Some people are going to tap out, switch sides. And we see it. That's how you really know that you in the war, bro, because you see it firsthand. You see all of this shit. Everything that happens. There's pieces of it everywhere on YouTube and Twitter. And now everybody's resulting to bashing the CEO and saying that he's foul and all this other stuff. You guys are running out of material, bro. At this point, the narrative hasn't changed. Who the fuck cares, bro? Adam Aaron needs to do some shit. And if he don't, then we gonna get on his ass. That's it. That's it and that's all, bro. And if he is foul, see, it's like, are we really gonna know the truth behind that? Are we really gonna know? Like, really? Like, how are we really gonna find out that he's purposely stopping the Moaz, that he really don't give a fuck about us, that he's only concerned about himself and his family and his legacy in the company when he leaves? How do we know that he's really don't care? How do we know that he's for us? We don't know. The only thing you can do is trust the process. Keep staying in it. And you got to trust the process. And that's why you need to play chess. Individually, personally, you need to play chess. Nobody is holding your hand in this shit. At the end of the day, everybody got their own families. You need to understand this. We are all part of a movement, but at the end of the day, when that sell button is ready, you need to make that decision. Don't be holding for nobody else. Don't be trying to hold to a high-ass number because you think everybody else needs to go higher or whatever the fuck. You get out when you need to get out and don't feel bad about that shit. Now, whether or not you want to say that that's some chill shit or not, I really don't give a fuck. Because we've all seen, at this point, we've all seen what happened when we all held to 72. And they came all the way back down. So we know how that feels, right? You know how that feels for people who didn't take profit, who didn't do anything. Not saying that you should have. But we're in this position now, right? And now we're even struggling a lot harder. I'm pretty sure the majority of the people, had they would have sold or sold off pieces, a lot of them would probably be a little bit better off than they are now. But then who knows? With taxes and all that other shit, who knows? We don't need to keep talking about the past, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, don't allow now that you have a real indication and you've seen it firsthand and you lived it and experienced it, and you yourself can personally say I can speak on this shit because I know, right? Nobody can take your opinion away from you on how you feel because you've actually experienced it. So you know this to be true. We've all heard it. We've all heard the stock market manipulation. We've all heard the stories, and people have had their own stories and experiences. But now you see firsthand. If you've held from 72 all the way down, or if you even bought in between those high-ass numbers and lost money, you've experienced it firsthand. So you know. Now, if you didn't know, now you know what they're capable of. Now you know what anything that they'll do to stop something and not pay us. Now you know what they're capable of. So now that you know what they're capable of, and now that you know that APE is at a really, really low number, now that you know that AMC is at a really, really low number, start playing this shit like chess, man. Because what I'm doing is I'm stacking up to the number that I want and what I'm willing to hold up to. And I'm going to pick my numbers, and I'm going to get out when I need to get out based on what I have. And I would advise you or insist that you start thinking about that shit and not waiting on everybody else to tell you when's a good time to get out or when we hit a good mark or what new DD as we're running up that they can come up with. You don't need to be fucking worried about that shit. Worry about yourself. Because we clearly have seen in these last 2 years that these YouTubers and everybody else have been doing exactly that. They've been doing exactly that. They don't give a fuck. And they don't care about the movement as much as you think they do. Or as much as they tell you. That's bullshit. Because ain't none of them stressing. You don't see them stressing out. And they're telling you, hey, don't stress. We're all good. Don't stress. And these are the same people that have CEOs on their channels, who have all of these things, who sell merch and all that stuff. And they're the main telling you, don't stress. It's okay. We gonna win. Look at me. I just added some more. We gonna win. Right. If I had your type of money and shit too, I would be fucking not tripping about it either. Or not be upset because you got cash flow, you got liquidity. But you can't speak for the people who put all their money in it. And then most of them had that stupid ass comment and be like, that's why you shouldn't put more in what you can afford to lose. YouTubers need to stop it, bro. Y'all on that bullshit. Take care of your family. Take care of your responsibilities. Do the best that you can. I don't know your financial situation, but I hope that you guys are in good spirits and good health. I hope that you guys, family and financial stuff is somewhat okay and manageable. I hope you guys are doing your shit, bro. I hope you guys are hustling to the most that you can, bro, and just doing the good, honest stuff, bro. Like, because that's really all you can do, and God sees that, bro. So, you know, with all of this other stuff that's going on, everything that's getting reported, only time will tell. Eventually, when the time comes, everything, all the theories, all the stuff that we've been talking about, it will get brought to light, and all the pieces will come together, and anybody that's been involved in this stuff in a foul way, it will come to light. They will get exposed, and we will actually start seeing what's going on, and maybe we can start moving in the direction for a fair market, and we'll get our MOAS. Everything else is just speculation and theories, and it's just clickbait material. I'm not watching the line. I'll watch YouTubers and get their information from time to time. And I'll give you motherfuckers a like when I feel like it. Like, for real. And if I feel like you ain't talking about nothing, I'm gonna get off your shit. That's just what it is, bro. Like, I'm not paying attention to y'all no more, bro. I'm not sitting up here. Y'all done, bro. It's over for y'all. Apes, family, bro. Continue fighting the war. Do what you need to do. Don't feel like you got to continue to go broke every single week or 2 weeks or whatever to keep trying to pour money in here to chase this goddamn chart. Don't worry about it. Add when you can. And don't feel like you got to continue to, like, be adding forever. Get to a number to where you're comfortable with, man. Set yourself up with a limit and being like, you know what? This is as much as we've been in this shit for 2 years. How much more money do you need to keep putting in the motherfucker? Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Once you reach a certain amount of money, you be like, man, look, man, I'm at 5 bands, 10 bands, 20 bands, 30 bands. I threw 40 bands in this motherfucker. I'm not putting no more in this shit. Move on to something else. What do we know that's tied to AMC? Besides Ape, Highcroft. I'm not going to tell y'all to get in it, but look at it as a long-term play, bro. Start looking at ways to where you can hustle. I said this in my other video, bro. Have 6 hustles, man. Have 6 hustles, bro. Stop listening to what everybody else says and their opinions. Oh, crypto's going down and all this. So what? You can still make money on the shit. Without compromising your AMC. You don't have to do that to do that. You get what I'm saying? And you don't have to listen to a YouTuber talk about a specific play when you're smart enough to make decisions for yourself. You're being a follower. Be your own man and woman. Young ladies, young men, be your own person, bro. You don't have to these are not financial advisors. You don't need to sit up here and listen to a person talk about a play and for him to give you his opinions on why he thinks the play is a good company or whatever. You should know enough. Go with your gut and make decisions, bro. And just know that when you're trading, you're doing shit for short to long-term capital. And continue to play and do what you need to do and make your money. But you don't need to be hopping in and out these plays, getting into these IPOs, throwing in hella money and trying to gamble. Jumping on options and all that shit. Yeah, it's profitable at certain points, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose on options, bro. Because you're trying to bet against a market that's fucked up and that's rigged. So in hindsight, if you know that they're manipulating the price and they're doing shit and they can make shit go up and down at any time, why would you throw your money on an option play? You know what I'm saying? You got more chance of just throwing some money into a stock, and that way you hold the shit. And even if it doesn't go your way, as long as you never sell, you're all right. It has a potential to bounce back to break even or make money. You play on an option for your play is only as good as that expiration date. It's stupid. It defeats the purpose, bro. It's retarded, bro. Fuck that. I don't know. I feel like I've been ranting for a long ass time, and I have. And this video is probably gonna be the longest, but like, it just had to be said, bro. I feel like I just need to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, it's bullshit. These YouTubers are bullshit. Propaganda is bullshit. Twitter is bullshit. Bots is bullshit. Anything that's negative or is going to make you feel a certain way, you don't need to be around it. You know, we all have freedom of speech. You can't stop people from talking shit. But what you can do is you have the choice, personal choice, to continue to be around a whole bunch of shit, or continue to or make the choice to not do it, or not be around it, or refuse it in your life. And so you have to make that choice. And nobody on YouTube can tell you what to make your choice for. I think that we've gotten so emotional in this play that everybody they don't know what to do, so they're just hanging on these words of these YouTubers, hoping that they lead them to the MOAS. And it's just like, they don't even fucking know. They don't know either. All they know is that they need more money, and they need money to continue to stay relevant. They need your views to stay relevant. That's what they know. So they're only doing what they know how to do. This is their job. That's not our job. Our job is not YouTube. It's not. I don't know, bro. I'm just tired of it, man. I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about it no more, but I felt like I needed to make this video as clear as possible, bro, and just how I feel. And I'm not talking about all YouTubers. I'm talking about YouTubers who be on that fuck shit. Who really be on some real bullshit, bro. And you know what I'm talking about. If you're a YouTuber and you fall into any of those categories as far as making money off the movement, I'm talking to you. And I have an issue with it. That don't mean that I got an issue with you. I got an issue with what you do. I have an opinion. I have a freedom of speech. I can say what the fuck I want to say. And I don't give a fuck. Because I peep game, bro. I'm from the fucking streets. And I know a fucking slender, shinester person when I see one, bro. And you not gonna fucking sit up here and try to swindle me. I see it. I see the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see the game, bro. What you selling ain't cookies, bro. You ain't got the real cookies, man. You ain't got the exotics. You ain't got the real pack. That's some boo-boo, man. Y'all niggas selling that knockoff brand, bro. This shit ain't the real shit, bro. It's not the real deal, Holyfield. I'm in the streets, bro. I know what the fuck y'all niggas is doing. And that's why I feel like the apes need a nigga like me. Y'all need a nigga like me, bro. Just as much as I need y'all. Y'all need me. You may not want to accept it, but I feel like there's a lot of motherfuckers like me that are out there, bro. And we're tired of this shit. And I just feel like somebody got to do it. It ain't got to be me, but I'm here. So until the day I'm not, when I choose to not be on here and not talk about it no more, then that just be it. But I don't see nobody else talking about it. I ain't see nobody else grabbing their nuts and being real about the shit. I see a lot of wishy-washy back and forth shit. And I feel like a lot of games are being played. And I feel like all niggas are doing is just creating good soap operas, bro. Y'all niggas are novellas. Fucking Telemundo in this bitch. Days of Our Lives type shit. Y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like sitcoms, bro. Too much drama, bro. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't watching y'all. And I'm not subscribed to the bullshit. So, you know, that's just it. We gonna continue to make our noise. Fuck being neutral now. Fuck being on the fence. You know? It's time to get loud. It's time for motherfuckers to hear us. And it's time to start calling people out. And really mean what you say. Because a lot of y'all act like y'all mean some shit and y'all really saying what y'all saying, but y'all not. And a few months later, you end up being friends with the same motherfucker that you was bashing. I've seen it too many times, bro. Y'all not real. A man stands behind what the fuck he says, bro. Your word and your nuts, bro. That's all you got in this life as a man. And if you back down on your fucking words and you don't fucking do what you say you're gonna do as a man, fuck that shit, bro. You ain't shit. So a lot of y'all fucking sus, bro. And when you do a lot of snake ass shit, bro, don't be sitting up here and getting offended. Take your shit like a man. Take your fucking L like a man, bro. Somebody calling you out on your bullshit, because that's what you doing. Maybe you need somebody, a nigga like me, to tell you that, or to look at something a different way and tell, hey man, you could have did this a different way, bro. And that's not throwing no shade at anybody. But what I'm saying is, You look sus when you do certain stuff like that. When you make merch, when you do all these things, do the super chat, whatever, and you continue to do what you do, you look very sus. And that's it, bro. It's been an hour. Love all of y'all. I appreciate you. Whoever sees it, deuces.